As I walked out in the streets of Laredo, as I walked out in Laredo one day, I spied a young cowboy all wrapped in white linen, all wrapped in white linen, and cold as the clay. I see by your outfit that you are a cowboy. These words he did say as I boldly walked by. Ah, here we are. Let's see, Millie's in, and that Captain Panda Licks is here. Anything Licks. Badlands, why am I so attracted? I try and tone it down. It's like the old Cheech and Chong bit from one of the movies. I'll have to ugly up my face a little bit more, maybe grow some zits, and just to give the other people a chance. Why am I here? That's interesting. Swaglag, Lemon Collie. Bruner's here. Bruner was asking about the GTA 6 leaks. I just heard about them. I thought they were fake, but yeah, I'm hearing they're legit. I haven't gotten to look into them. All I saw was the one clip with a big boobed individual running down the street with a gun. I got to look into it more, see what the leaks are all about. And I live in North Carolina, Lemon Collie. And here's our pal Owl card. I got a free super chat. Makes me hot and bothered. If there's one thing we take pride in here at Spaz Boys Comedy and the Goose, it's making people hot and bothered. Oh my. Millie Joe says, as president, would you mandate all steaks to be cooked medium rare? While tempting Millie, no. If there are people that want to just literally torture themselves and be ostracized from normalcy and cook their steaks the way my parents used to where it's just you take it off the grill and it just collapses into dust, let them do it. Oh, the leak is fake. Licks is saying now. Now, see, last night I just saw something, Licks, that apparently some people, and again, I read it on the internet, Licks, take it for what it's worth. But apparently, a number of people were saying it's been confirmed. My favorite color, Lemon Collie? Probably black. I like basic black. Oh, love Sunday Morning Coming Down. Great song. Fantastic song. There was a fight in the Bucs Saints games, AZN. I only watched a little bit of football so far today. I like a good fight. Oh, I'll have to look that one back up. What says, what do I think of Manti Te'o? Great dude. Phenomenal dude. It's not his fault. He, socially, he was a very simple fella in college, and he got catfished hard. But great human being by all accounts. I want to play some more zombies. I was sweet dude, I was actually gonna ask the gang today too. Actually, some notifications went out. We'll see. I'll keep asking if you guys remind me. Just see if it's worth it. If I downloaded Black Ops 2 to play some online, I figured I'd do that too. There's nobody playing it anymore. So the latest release is what, Modern Warfare 2, right? If I were to get that, how many of you guys would be interested in playing with me on the stream? I'd like to set up our own private matches and have some real fun so we could talk some serious shit to each other. But I'll keep asking as the stream goes. If there's enough interest, maybe I'll download that and we could set up streams where we could all play it. Because what's more fun than having a community get together where we can actually shoot each other in the face? How's my balls this morning? You know how they are, Licks, hanging down to my kneecaps. Very early footage, be green. Yeah, I heard that. Show that one of the playable characters is a woman. We might be going back to Vice City. Oh, really? Well, Taro, it wouldn't be Black Ops 2, because I found that's just not, I'm afraid they're not even going to keep the server up. It's dead. What if I got Modern Warfare 2, the more recent one? Oh, is it a special version? Yeah, see, I don't want to go into all that. I just want to be able to load up my game, click online play, and find people to play with. I never could. I don't, Mr. Andrew, I don't know if I ever could have done a moonsault. I never attempted it. I was never a high flyer. The biggest thing I ever did is I'd throw a drop kick off the top every once in a while, but nothing spectacular. Am I a wrestler or something? I am both. I was a professional wrestler for over 25 years, and I'm something. Hey, I just got a Navy basic. Hey, good to see you, Ty Ty. Navy, oh, good for you. Congrats, pal, on completing basic. Astro says, what superpower would you want to have if you can choose? Oh, there's so many good ones. If it's an overall package, I would want to have Goku up to, Ultra Instinct. One specific power, I'm being an old perv, I am very tempted to say X-ray vision. It's kind of blasé. I don't know, I just want... again, Superman package would be cool. Superman's package, I'm funny. Maybe super strength. Can I get two? Can I get super strength and super durability? Can't be damaged. Damien says, hey, Curtis, how do you feel with all the YouTubers bringing attention to the demonetization and favoritism issues? Hey, any attempt to bring some attention to it is a good thing as far as I'm concerned. Curtis says, which Boo do you love? Fat Boo. That's my boy, Fat Boo. Let me know when you can come to England. I will get you some food and a drink. I would love to come to England sometime. What is my address? Well, everything you see behind me is a ruse. It's actually San Quentin. Is Yamai from Comey a bigger pervert than Master Roshi? Mr. Andrew, I don't think she's a bigger pervert. I think she's honestly possibly creepier. At least with Master Roshi, it's like, okay, he's a pervy old man. He doesn't hide it. He doesn't deny it. And everybody deals with it. With Yamai, she's like, I don't know, just... it's a more menacing creepiness, I think, than Roshi's. How old am I? No offense taken. I'm old. I am 60 for another 4 days, and then I will hit 61. Fuck. Alucard says, Curtis, do you have 3 or 4 testicles? Yes. Lex says, you people need to learn Spaz Boys lore. Right. Reddit says, hey, Curtis, since the Droogs from Clockwork Orange were replaced by 4 Saiyans, who would they be? Which Droog would each one be? I haven't seen. That's pretty good. But the Droogan Warriors there, it's been too long since I've seen it. I haven't seen Clockwork Orange in a few decades. Josh Berry says, time for a tough question. Anime titties or real titties? It's not a tough question at all. Both. Easy question. Yeah, Big Green, he says, Yamaya has problems. Yeah, she's not. At first it was, okay, she's the yandere thing and everything. It's like, all right, here's another one. But she just a step too far. She's just very off-putting to me. In a show of characters I just adore, she's just creepy. I do like Taco Bell. It's not my favorite lemon cauli. It's certainly not my favorite fast food joint, but I like Taco Bell once in a while. I heard Canelo won. AZN, yeah, and I did miss it. Edgar says, 24-hour birthday live stream celebration. Don't worry, 9/11 on speed dial just in case. Well, what I'm hoping to do, I got a lot of plans for streams. Now, if everything goes well, and I'll know tomorrow, we might be doing a 4-hour stream Tuesday. That one will be similar to the stream we did before, in that in the first hour, whoever has the most total donations at the channel, whether it's PayPal or Super Chat or whatever, gets to determine what we do in the second hour. And then second hour to third hour to fourth. So we're going to do that. And I'm hoping at some point to be able to clear enough schedule, and that's what's going to be tough, to do one of those streams that you guys have suggested to me. I forgot what you called it. but you set an amount of donation, and every hour it's met, you have to go for another hour. And the thing is, I don't want to have to move my whole setup to some place where I could sleep comfortably. So if you guys kept me here for long, I'd have to sleep in freaking spaz chair. Brother E says, what do you think about the Martha's Vineyard situation? More political gameplay, and there's so many differing reports about the people did know where they were going, the people didn't know where they were going. Listen, I don't have, I'm one of these people that I don't have a lot of, I don't want anybody abused, don't get me wrong. But if you think you're coming over into this country, the majority of them, they're all asking for asylum. The majority of them know full well that they don't qualify. You get put where you get put. As long as nobody's doing anything abusive to you or anything, you deal with what you deal with. You're coming in asking for a favor. Deal with what you get. I know. Big Green says, yeah, that might not be a good idea with your schedule. Big Green, those would be some interesting goosh videos for that day while I'm trying to keep my eyes open. What did he say? Is this in dub or sub? I'm not even sure. Damien says, I'm desperate for a girlfriend. Curtis, I'm considering going to a professional matchmaker. Do you think that's a good idea, Creeper? It wouldn't be something that I would be interested in. Anything anybody wants to try. I mean, go for whatever you're comfortable with. I like things to flow, for me anyway, just more, naturally, more generically. Carlos says, what do you think about John Moxley, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns? Who is better? As far as a pure worker, probably Seth is the best of the three. But they're all phenomenal workers. They're all great athletes and excellent workers. Black Chocolate says, biggest fear when you first started your channel? I gotta say, pal, I can't honestly say I had a fear, but you have to remember, by the time I started this channel, I used to make my living doing stand-up comedy. I spent years and years in the ring. So in other words, public speaking and being in front of people is not something that was a blip on my radar, even for being unsettling. So there was no fear. And it started just as kind of a gag because, again, at that time, it was all Call of Duty videos that were popular, and they were all good players. And the only reason we started the channel, Brax and I, is because I sucked, and we thought it'd be funny to have somebody in there that really sucks playing the game. So no fear at all. Colonoscopy stream when, Jack says. I haven't even had one yet at my age. I have had the test, but they gave me that, what the hell they call it? The one they send you, Cologuard, the Cologuard test, the one they send you through the mail. Even though I'm old, I am in the lowest risk group because there's no history in my family, and I don't have anything that would be an indicator of being in danger. Moonshine Girl says, hey, which would you try, Popeyes or KFC? My city is building a Popeyes and they can't build it fast enough. I like KFC a little better than Popeyes, and Chick-fil-A better than both of them. The last COD I played, Alucard, I don't remember. I can't ever remember the chronology. But as I said, I had asked that earlier. We're getting more people in here now. I'm thinking of maybe getting Modern Warfare 2. But if I do, I'd like to think that there might be enough of you guys that would want to play along that we could start our own games and play them on streams. I was just wondering how many of you guys would be interested in playing Modern Warfare 2 in private games. Doing good, Christopher. Popeyes is okay, Reginald. I don't have a problem with Popeyes. It's just not, like I say, just not my favorite. Lick says Halo when. I never got into Halo, Licks. Just only be nothing wrong with it. I played it and it was fun. It's just I don't like the space games as far as the shooters as much as I do the hardcore, more reality-based ones. That's why I got so pissed off with Call of Duty when they went off on those tangents where they had the couple releases where you had the super double jump and everything. It's like, why are you trying to be fucking Halo? We already have a Halo. Make everybody keep their stupid asses on the ground and shoot their guns. Excuse me. Big Green says, I only play retro shooters, also known as boomer shooters, unfortunately. Oh, that's no problem. Brother East says, I would be down for MW2. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Mike, about the GTA 6 leak. Yeah. Yep. Yes, we're fans of hardcore hair, Jack says. Is Santa Claus real? Yes. Yeah, we were just talking about the GTA 6 leaks. I just seen some of them just before I started the stream. That's pretty cool, actually. Oh, Gabe, that's awful. That's freaking awful. What is the worst combination of illnesses? Alzheimer's and diarrhea. You're running, but can't remember where. Come on. Alex says, when are you going to start doing sleeping streams like those Twitch women? I guess that's a big thing, Lex. I was reading something about it just the other day. And it's not only women, there's guys doing them too. Going nowhere says, Curtis, what's the meaning of life? Being happy. That's what you want. The meaning of life is it's really, really short in the grand scheme of things. For me, it's really, really a ridiculous stroke of luck that we even exist. So might as well enjoy it as best you can. Christopher says, I do my own colonoscopy. GoPro and fishing pole. Let's see. They biting today? Yeah, okay. Yeah, GTA 6 leaks, AZN. Yeah, check out Chrome's. I'm sure it's the ones I saw on Twitter. Scroll up and check Chrome's links. Yeah, yep. They just were determining that they were legit leaks. Oh, I didn't hear about this. Chrome says it's more than just gameplay. Someone leaked the source code and another bought it for $100,000. It's actually really bad and will probably cause delays for the game and restructuring of the company. GTA 6 getting delayed? No way. I just got off the phone with Brack's brother A before the stream started. Him and his girlfriend went to a local casino today with their work schedules. This is the first Sunday Brax has had off in a while. So they just wanted to do something. He just called me to tell me he won $400 profit. So he's doing good right now. Spazdev say, hey Curtis, just learned about this stupid new law in Illinois. And man, whoever thought of this law deserves to be punched in the face. You have to give me more details on that, Spazdev. I don't know what that one is. I haven't caught that. Rosa says, you've got disturbing answers. What happened to the 58 refugees in my basement? Why aren't they breathing? What happened to the family of 4 on the street? What happened to them, Willie? What happened? Huh. I got to give you an honest answer. Gee, I don't know. Is Spazkid a good gambler? Alucard, I mean, is he a responsible gambler? Pretty much. He learned early on. But, I've always been on him from the time we would go to the casino and say, listen, this is something that can get away from you. You got to stay on top of it. And like today, this is a good example. He gets up a little bit and he's smart enough to know, okay, I got to get out of here. So he did. Just him calling me and telling me he won 400 is encouraging because that means he left while he was ahead. Okay, and now Jack Queen says, Illinois turned into Gotham without the Batman and his male right-wearing cave-dwelling boy toy. What the hell's going on there? See, did I miss it? So, I'm just wondering what the hell's going on in Illinois. Yeah, I agree. Big Green says being a responsible gambler is probably better than being a good gambler. Honestly, being a responsible gambler is the whole thing. Absolutely. Greetings from Norway, Andre says. Meaning of life is 42. Question, every time I take a shit, I need to pee. What's up with that? I don't know. What the hell is with the body mechanics there? You're right. Anytime you sit down to shit, it's like, oh, and the little guy's like, oh, I want to be involved too. It's like, God damn, you want to be involved in everything. Oh, Chrome's got the law. Okay, cool. Hold on, let me check this real quick, guys. So we're talking about this, and I can't follow. Illinois doesn't make murder, other crimes non-detainable offenses? Jesus Christ. That's all right. Hey, listen, I'll any of these states want to do it. Just keep turning more and more criminals out on the streets. It's been working well so far. I mean, the body count isn't up nearly where you could get it of people that have been murdered by those who should still be in prison. So, by all means, keep letting them go. It's just insanity. We live in fucking bizarro world in a lot of this stuff. It's very simple, and like you learn that from the time you're a small child. There are repercussions to bad actions. If you do something wrong, there's a repercussion for it. But people don't want repercussions anymore. Nobody's responsible for themselves. Oh, well, yeah, he killed 10 people, but gosh, he really didn't get enough hugs. Who gives a fuck? Jesus Christ. I'm a big supporter of capital punishment. Not even a question for me. Oh, you live in Illinois, Spazdev. That's awful. It's really awful. Tyler says, I thought the meaning of life was 69. Sorry, not a bad joke. Truth. That is a crucial part of life. Jack says, I got no hugs and I turned out, yeah, never mind. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'd be with you, Jack. It's like, I'm not going to finish that sentence. I've heard that one, Gabe. Who are the fastest readers in the world? 9/11 victims. They went 89 stories in 10 seconds. Yes. Yeah, exactly, Big Green. He says he can get hugs in prison. I hear some prisoners really like that. They're really giving with the hugs. Yeah, it's insanity. There's a sector of society, and unfortunately, some parts of society involving people in power who they're not about anybody having any type of personal responsibility. Well, yeah, you did a terrible thing, but let's try and figure out why. Who gives a fuck why? Punish them for doing it. Simple. Dr. Wolf says, did you know that Takahata 101's real name is also Curtis? Somebody mentioned that to me at one point. Yes. Yeah, Chrome says, kind of reminds me when California decriminalized knowingly spreading AIDS. California is fucking stupid. Reddit says, I thought the meaning of life was bad touch. Everything is perspective, but you can make a strong case for that, and I would help you make it. John says, is the world getting better or worse? Well, it all depends, John. I mean, if you look at world history, it ebbs and flows, and there's always going to be sinister elements within the world. As far now, if you make it more specific, as far as our nation, if you are in America, as far as America right now, I've never seen America in as much jeopardy as it is right now as far as activity from within. I've never seen this country as divided and ready to go at each other as it is right now. And of course, I was born just after the Civil War, so I didn't live through that, but it certainly seems to have its similarities. Gibster says, since you said we can ask you anything, can I borrow 50 grand from you? I'll pay it back in 3 decades. My requests are always reasonable. I'd love to be able to loan it to you. I wish I had 50 grand. Desmond says, I'm new here. I did watch some of your RVB reactions with the glasses boy, and I've been meaning to ask where's the glasses boy. That's Braxton. He's we're just talking about him. I moved to North Carolina. Brax is still in New York, in a different part of New York than where we live together. And we were just talking about him earlier. Him and his girlfriend went to the casino today, and he won $400. So he's happy. Hey, Curtis, what do you call it? Injured gangster. Crip old. Rabbits. Damien says, I'm just going to go live with Santa. I want to be around a lot of joy. Good call. Good call. Rosa says, Curtis, you were born half a century after Civil War. That's not just after. Okay. Well, yeah, all right. Probably not just after, but recently after. Tago says favorite video of my channel. Oh, I don't know. We've got literally thousands and thousands of videos. I don't know. I'd really have to think through for one favorite. Oh, really? Chrome says, so are you ready to watch Joe Biden shake the Queen's hand tomorrow and give a eulogy to Princess Diana? Basically, everyone in the UK has a day off tomorrow for the funeral. Really? Wow. See, and don't get me wrong, when I say this, and a lot of you may agree with me. I don't wish anybody ill. I don't want it to sound like that, but I have absolutely zero interest in the royal family, and not just because I'm an American. As I've said, if we had royalty in lineage here in America, I'd be looking to get rid of them. As far as having anything to do with a national stance or a national profile. I wouldn't want any of my tax dollars going to support them. I'm just not a fan of that stuff. So to me, it's all kind of silly, but I understand there are a lot of people that it's a really big deal to. But maybe it's just because I'm an American and we never had a monarchy, but there are tons of people, my wife included, here in America that are just really, really enjoy being fans of the royal family and are really, really distraught about this. To me, it's not being unfeeling. It's like the lady was 96 years old. She lived a good life. I'm not distraught about her death. She got to live a good life. I get distraught about deaths that seem unfair or too soon, but she lived a good one. Chrome says, oh, same. See, now it's different because at least Chrome lives in the UK. Oh, same. I don't care about the royal family either. I feel bad for her family losing her, but still don't like them. At least I get a day rest. That's good. That's a good call. Oh, the Bean Boozles, Big Green. That was fun. That was disgusting. That was so fucking gross. That handful of big Bean Boozles. Jesus Christ, that was gross. Alex says, dude, free vacation. Going Nowhere says, Curtis, have you ever been absolutely heartbroken over the death of a pet? Well, heartbroken, yeah. I mean, not devastated beyond ability to move. And I think that's only because I grew up, I told you guys, out in the country, in the rural sticks. So we had tons of pets from the time I was little. And unfortunately, your pets passing away becomes something you never get used to it, but you learn to deal with it because, again, we always had plenty of dogs, horses, cattle. There was always barn cats that would come around and you would end up, making a pet out of them because they were there all the time. So you saw a lot of it. Sweet Dude says, how long until Curtis becomes queen? What do you mean becomes? Let's see. Chrome says, I'll share this as well for everyone. It's a text breakdown of all the reveals from the leaks. Oh, okay. Guys, hit that if you want. I won't have time to read them all during the stream, but hit that if you want to see what was in all the leaks. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of leaked material. Edgar says, that was my favorite video, that Beans and Spaz shares all untimely demise. The katana was fun too. You're right, Edgar. That's a good call. I will disagree on it being untimely. That asshole had to go. But yeah, slashing the shit out of that chair with the katana, that was a good time. That chair sucked. And this chair is just the opposite. I told you guys, my wife and Spaz kid bought me this. I don't remember if it was for my birthday or for Father's Day one year. And oh my God, this chair is amazing. What a difference. Brother E says, Curtis, you watching the Cowboys game after stream? Probably. I'll probably, even if not stay focused on it, I'll probably watch some of it. Dallas versus Cincinnati should be a good game. If Dallas's offense doesn't start to move the ball a little, it won't be a good game. It'll just get squashed. No, Big Green. I know you guys don't like Spaz Chair. Spaz Chair is a douche. Kaiser says, do you prefer Chinese or Indian food? Neither, pal. I don't eat anything with spices, and I don't eat veggies. Now, of the two, I'd have to say Chinese because I do like the way a lot of the Chinese the Chinese places prepare their rice, which is unusual. I like their rice, and if we go to those Benihana style places where they make the food right in front of you, I'll have the rice and the steak. And Indian food is just all the little bit I've experienced of it. I can tell by smelling it, it's way too fucking spicy for me. Chrome says, oh wow, this leaker is brazen as hell. He wrote a post to Rockstar. All right, let me look at this. Check this link, guys. See what it is. I'm looking to negotiate a deal. They've woken up to thousands of messages and are calling on people from Rockstar Take-Two to contact them. Wow. Wow. Teapot tuber hacker. I'm looking to negotiate a deal. What the fuck? God damn. Guy's not even shy about breaking the law, is he? He's like, fuck it, you can't get me. We're just talking about that right now. Willie says, can't stay, see the GTA 6 leak. We're just talking about that. Chrome was just showing us some details on what was leaked, and now the guy who apparently is the leaker is looking for ransom money, not to release more. Holy shit. Shieldvid says, would you be willing to react to character tribute videos? Probably not. That's not anything we'd be doing right now. What's the weirdest or most freaky video you've seen on the internet? Tyler says we're talking internet here, pal. It's impossible to narrow that down to one. One of my favorite freaky videos was still the Grapefruit Lady, though, that we did early on in doing reaction videos. Grapefruit Lady. She's special. Wow. Gimster says, do you ever hear about the oldest dog in history? He was Australian cattle dog, lived to be 30 human years. Holy shit. That's amazing. Chrome says, some are bad-mouthing the gameplay for looking unfinished. I saw that in a little bit. I looked online. Well, does developmental, but exactly. You're probably not seeing the game till at least the end of PS5 is like, yeah. Well, again, Chrome, it's the internet. People don't bother to think. They just type. Stathis says, I found your channel from your Egotas reactions. Oh, good old Egotas. With your son, your laugh is incredible, man. I watch the videos very often. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. It's nice of you to say. Favorite anime genre other than shonen? I don't see that's always hard for me if you say favorite genre in most anything, because as I've told the gang over and over, I will watch anything, movie, anime, TV, whatever, in any genre if the story's good. Genre is not a big deal to me. I know I'll put it this way. I don't know if it's my favorite other than that, but I'm most surprised by how much I've enjoyed slice of life anime. There's been some really phenomenal slice of life anime. Chrome says, like, I'm being genuine, assuming that footage from the last 2 months, I give it at least 3 years minimum, maybe even longer because of this hack. Sounds like it. Jesus Christ. Curtis Marino says, Curtis, have you ever heard of the oldest shark in the world? Damn thing is 392 years old. Yeah, what? I thought I had read, now I could be wrong on this. I thought I had read that there was some sea creature, and I want to say it was either sharks or sea turtles, that they said they can't prove that they even die of natural causes. Does that sound familiar to anybody? I thought I had read that at one point. Sweet Dude says, what are you most excited for this upcoming anime season? For me, it's Mob Psycho Season 3. That's high on my list. I don't know which would be the tops, but I love Mob Psycho. So that's definitely high on my list. Jordan's in. Shout out from France. Hey, good to have you. We were just talking the other day how we get people from throughout Europe in here all the time, and rarely anybody from France. John says, do you prefer having dogs or cats as pet? Dogs. Big dog person. And it's a good thing, too, now because my wife is deathly allergic to cats. We couldn't have a cat even if we wanted to. I mean, she just goes into a house where a cat has been at one time, and her eyes start watering. She starts coughing and oh, it's bad. Christopher says there's an immortal jellyfish and hydra that can live forever. Really? Oh, and Sweet Dude says I remember jellyfish genetically can't age. I didn't know that. I think jellyfish would be one of the coolest animals to own as a pet. Yeah, really. Yeah, everybody's saying jellyfish. I didn't know that. No shit. Maybe it was. I don't think I read jellyfish, but that's cool. Actually, that's I learned something today. I didn't know that. Fucking jellyfish. The hell is this not aging shit, you assholes? They're like, look what I can do. Oh, Brother E said jellyfish can't die from natural causes. It can heal itself on a cellular level. God damn. Freaking jellyfish being all badass. What about when SpongeBob catches them though? He can kill them, right? Chrome said jellyfish too. I did not even know this about jellyfish. I think that's really, really cool. No, I had read something, and I could be remembering it wrong. It wasn't jellyfish. What I read, I could be remembering wrong. I just thought there was some other sea animal that they said they've never determined for certain that one had died of natural causes. You know, every time they would find a dead one, basically, it was predatorial or something in nature. Sweet Dude says there was some science test to see if bullfrogs sleep. And their method of testing would be to see if they react to being shocked. As you can imagine, the tests were inconclusive. Chrome says top of my list for anime coming up is Urusei. That's right. I know you've been really anxious for that. Bleach, Chainsaw Man, Sailor Moon film, Spy X Family Part 2, Irumakun, at least from the ones I remember. Good list. Going nowhere says, why are people mean or rude to others? Oh, there's a million reasons for that. Sometimes people are just douchebags. Other times the people that are receiving some meanness or rudeness deserved it. Could be a lot of reasons for that. Yeah, true. Wick says, I mean, they're immortal, but they're also barely alive and just a bunch of floating nerves, so whatever. True. Yeah, they're not living the high society life while they're out there. Good point. Tago says, how was life to you during Cold War? It was scary. I mean, back in the day, you really did walk around wondering if this was it. And it used to crack me up how in schools and stuff, they would have drills for in case of a nuclear attack. Listen, in case of a nuclear attack, you put your head between your knees, you pucker up, and you kiss your ass goodbye. We're all crouched down and hidden under our desks because the radiation, of course, can't get you under your desk. You guys knew that, right? Rosa says, shut the fuck up, Curtis. I didn't ask. Stop crying about people being mean. This is the internet, you dumb fucking SJW. Nowhere says, imagine living during the Cuban Missile Crisis. That was scary. Yeah, that was a little bit before my memory of time, but I am old enough that it was fresh in a lot of people's minds. And yeah, it would be, I can't imagine how terrifying that was. Right on the cusp of something big. Hey, Daniel says, hey, Curtis, you missed the train. No. The only time I can say that, because it did get annoying, but I do feel nostalgic about it. Every so often, if I have to go back through some of our videos for something or whatever, and I hear the train in there, it's like, okay, there's a little bit of nostalgia there. Jack says, I'd love to know your memory of time, Curtis. Was it 40 seconds ago? Well, see, that's the catch, Jack, because of this fucking post-concussion, it's gaps. I probably can't remember 40 seconds ago, but I can remember 40 years ago. Great. And when they told me that, when they said, this will play havoc with your short-term memory, but not affect your long-term memory, I was thinking, what? Memory is memory. You guys are nuts, and they're 100% right. It's stuff that happens recently and moment to moment. But stuff that I want to remember, well, you guys see it all the time when we're talking things that are nostalgic. Stuff from my childhood, I remember distinctly. Chrome says, oh, wow, Curtis beats a goldfish's memory, then by double. Curtis's memory for the win. Kane says, we need to pool all our money together and create a perfect cell and force it to watch DBZA before unleashing it on the world. Sweet Dude says, this is random, but I find it really interesting how the first audio ever recorded was Abraham Lincoln's 7 years ago speech. Yeah, you can still listen to it, all digitized to this day. Rick says, shame to see Curtis giving into the Wookiee. Soon he's going to start dyeing his bald head blue watching Soy Boy animes like One Piece. Ah, come on, One Piece is fucking awesome. Chrome says, all right, let's do a memory test then. Social security number and credit card number, recite by memory. I could give you both. They wouldn't benefit anybody financially, Chrome. I mean, I can't complain. You guys take good care of us, especially over at the Goosh. But I will tell you guys this: when you have a severely disabled child, the amount of money you expend each month is pretty significant. Sweet Dude says, all I'm saying is if you trap me in a room with Curtis's memory and a goldfish's memory and give me a gun with 2 bullets, I'm shooting the goldfish's memories twice. Chrome says, who said it would benefit me financially? Luke says, all right, Curtis, if you have such good memory, then tell me the combination to Brax's chastity belt. 3. Yeah, Daniel says, I remember when you said your grandson was taking over after Spaz's kid left. Well, I haven't changed the plans. Yeah, the change of plans of me moving to North Carolina and him still living in New York. Rosa says, if you take off your pants and stand up during the stream, an insane event will happen called a channel strike. You'll have to fight the hidden Susan Wojcicki boss. If you lose, your channel gets deleted. That's a boss. Never mind, I'm not going to say it. Mr. Croissant says, important question for Curtis and everyone in the chat. Bulbasaur, Squirtle, or Charmander? I'm not enough of a Pokemon fan to give you a good answer, pal. All I know about Pokemon is what I play on my little Pokemon Go. I've been playing that again though. I've got a lot of the Pokemon. I don't know anything about them. I don't know who they are, what they do, but I got a lot of them. Let's see. Squirtle water types are best, Chrome says. Squirtle is correct, Click says. See, I just don't know enough about them. Jack says, my dad was a foster carer for 17 years of my life, working with the severely disabled for most of it. Definitely expensive and definitely worthwhile. Agreed. Well, you guys know over 25 years, my wife and I we provided full-time care in our home for individuals with developmental disabilities. Most notably Susie, who I've told you guys so many stories about. Rick says Squirtle sounds like squirt, and that's pretty cool. And that is correct. Oh, really? Kaiser says someone did a crossover with Futurama and Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Fry and Bender dueled Yu-Gi and Kaiba style. That's pretty cool. That's kind of cool. Hey, Ryan says Jets pulled off the miracle of miracles. They won. Wow, left the restaurant early when I thought the game was over. Who would have thunk it? I got to go. After this stream, I'll watch some of the afternoon games and I'll catch up on everything that went on. Wow, the Jets putting up the W's. Getting the dubs. Mr. Croissant says, Curtis, can you give us a controversial hot take? I'd be glad to, Mr. Croissant. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head. That's why I say you can ask me anything. You want to ask me about any topic, I'll tell you. You guys know I don't filter anything. Even if it's something that's going to make me look like a douchebag, if it's how I feel, it's how I feel. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But if you think there's something that I might have a controversial answer to, you're more than welcome to ask. Nathan says, if you ever do visit Japan, what's the first thing you'll do there? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm such a noob to everything. If I do ever get to go visit, I'm going to be at the mercy of somebody planning the trip for me. But I do want to go to that One Piece ship they have set up there, and all the anime stuff you can do. David Hayden says, pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Absolutely not. Ugh, fucking pineapple. But see, and again, in fairness, I do always have to quantify. I hate pineapple anyway, but I would not want it on my pizza. But I don't like pineapple. Chrome says, I'm so tempted to sponsor a Switch game later this year. We'd have so much choice. Well, if we could get it all hooked up, I probably could, Chrome. Like I say, if you get seriously thinking about it, let me know, and I'll dig out my wife's Switch, and I'll see if I can get it hooked into the system here. Sweet Dude says, I don't know about takes, but Curtis is pretty hot. There, now we're talking. Yeah. Alciba says, why did you do wrestling? I loved it from the time I was a little kid. Always wanted to be involved in it. Rosa says, my mom puts pineapple on her pizza. I told you, my wife loves that Hawaiian pizza. Pineapple and ham. Saw kiwi on pizza, Immortal? Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen that. I like kiwi, too. I don't want that on my pizza, though, either. Chrome says, okay, I have to share this because this is the stupidest thing I've seen all week. Okay, hold on. Let me open this one up, guys. What the fuck? We're at a discussion on social media and in the media regarding Oakville Trafalgar High School. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on there? I am not an animal. Why the fuck would anybody do that to themselves? I mean, people can yell at me all they want for not being accepting enough, not being progressive enough, or for being too judgy. Fuck it, that's fucking weird. That is some weird, creepy shit right there. Hey, it's a free world. You want to be a weird creeper, have at it. But do we have to have our kids around people that are weird fucking creepers? Known weird fucking creepers just from looking at that picture? Probably not. Brian says, pineapple on pizza makes you a communist and a traitor to your country. Miss Croissant says, what is your opinion on the University of Nebraska getting rid of Scott Frost? You knew it was coming. Is he a scapegoat? Sure. But they have nothing. That was my bet of the day yesterday. Oklahoma was only giving them 11. I couldn't bet that game fast enough. It's like, are you fucking kidding? Nebraska is a dumpster fire. It's not that Oklahoma is all that good. I mean, they're a good team. They're not an elite team this year. But holy shit, Nebraska's terrible. I've had sauceless pizza too, Sweet Dude. It's okay. It's okay. I have to get, even my pizza now, when I do order it, I have to order it light on the sauce, but that's just because I'm an old fart. And now sometimes the sauce gives me indigestion problems. Oh, Jesus Christ. Chrome says it's not even surgery. It's literally just some fake bags in a shirt. And tell him to take the fuck out of his shirt to go to school. Jesus Christ. Browns have not been 2-0 since 93, Jeff says. I ordered extra sauce if it's Papa John's. I'll tell you, Brian, we didn't have, up in New York, we didn't have any Papa John's around us. And now we do. We got one just up the street from us. I order it all the time. As far as like the easy, convenient fast food pizzas, is my favorite of them. Yeah, and for whatever reason, I think it's the crust style. It's one of the ones that's really good heated up. So I get 2 meals out of it. I'll order, excuse me, because my wife usually gets one of those papadillas or something. So I just order an 8-cup and I get a couple meals out of it. It's actually a really reasonable price. Jill says, hi, bald man. Okay, bye, bald man. Hi, Jill. Daniel says he ordered Papa John's once he saw the Meat Canyon video of Papa. Yeah. It is actually good. And my boy Shaq has I don't know if it's a controlling, but a major interest in it now. John says, do you think we'll ever figure out how to make ourselves immortal? Probably. Given enough years, I mean, if we don't just all destroy ourselves, destroy one another, which I think we will, given enough time, we would, I think, yeah. Yeah. Mr. Croissant says, are you near the mountains or the beach in North Carolina? Asheville was a great place when I visited. Kind of in between, because we're just outside of Charlotte. So, well, we have mountains to the north and more so to the west of the Smoky Mountains. But it's a few hours to the mountains, to the real peaks of the mountains, and a few hours to the beach. Let's see. Jack says we shouldn't figure out how to make ourselves immortal, and it'll be hidden by the rich and powerful anyway. Yeah. Oh, I don't think it's a good idea, immortality. But do I think we can accomplish it? Yeah. Yeah, I do think so. I gotta see what the hell happened in that Browns Jets game. Jeff said the Browns had a 99.9% chance to win. I'll as soon as we finish the stream, I'll be watching highlights and stuff. I'll catch back up. Exactly, Rosa. The real question is whether we'll figure out a way to extinct ourselves sooner than if we'll figure out a way to turn ourselves immortal. And I am a gambler, and I would heavily bet on us on our extinction by our own hand first. David says being immortal with the ability to choose when to die would be ideal. Yeah, but no matter how you slice it, immortality in our current situation on this planet would create major issues. You don't like it, Lex? She says Papa John's tastes like shit. It's the exact same as Domino's except more expensive. So I disagree because I don't like Domino's and I do like Papa John's. Rosa, I've heard of people doing that. Rosa says her mom also puts mayonnaise on pizza. My thought is that would make me vomit, and that's not an exaggeration. You guys know how I feel about mayonnaise. I would throw up. But I do know other people that have done that. I guess a lot of people dip it in ranch dressing too. Oh, no, come on. Yeah, David says, yeah, eventually everything would be too much to bear mentally. I'm sure, certainly. And I wouldn't want it for myself. I wouldn't want immortality by myself. I don't want to watch my family die or my kids die. No thanks. It's my turn. It's my turn. It could be my turn in the next 20 seconds. Who knows? Oh, hey guys, which arm hurts if you, no. Chrome says, I've never had Papa John's. Not a fan of Domino's either, and I despise Pizza Hut. Yeah, of those, I think Papa John's is the best, Chrome. Pizza Hut's okay. Pizza Hut sauce gives you a heartburn easy. It's me and my wife both. And Domino's I used to love decades ago. And it was probably 30 years ago they changed the sauce recipe, and I hated it. Brother E says, Jets were up by 1, and Browns had the ball for the last minute of the game. It was a pretty tense game. Definitely went down the wire. Yeah, I'll catch the rundown of it. Chrome says, I've got like 2 thoughts on what games we could try. Either Xenoblade 3, like I talked about before, or there's a multiplayer beat-em-up TMNT game you can stream with Spaz Kid if he visits 1 month. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. I'm just dying to play some more Call of Duty. I just didn't know if there were enough people. Well, I mean, I could play it for streams anyway and just play online. But I was just wondering if there were enough of us that had or would be wanting to get Modern Warfare 2 that we could make our own games. Jack says, is this American foosball where they mainly use their hands and not feet? Yeah, they're lame. Glenn says, I once went to Pizza Hut like about 7 years ago. I got their buffalo wings to go with the pizza. That shit was the greasiest, most oily sauce I've ever had. It seemed like more oil than buffalo. Yeah, Spaz Kid's a big wing nut, and he used to say the same thing. It's pretty freaking oily. Lego Dude says, hey, man, my name's Grim Reaper. You're booked in today. Sorry, pal. Oh, you visited me a bunch of times. So far, I'm still winning. Little Caesars pizza. I haven't had that one either, Edgar. I've never had Little Caesars. I would like to try that one, too. Damien says, if Braxton does it at some time, I'd want to see a hypnosis video. We could do that, but I can do hypnosis videos without Spaz Kid visiting. If there were enough interest in them, I could do street hypnosis and stuff. But I mean, it's so far the channel audience is so focused on the try not to laughs and stuff. It's hard for me to put, with the limited amount of time I have, it would be hard for me to take a lot of time to go out on the streets or something shooting different types of videos just to have there not be much of a reaction and Susan not be willing to notify anybody of them. Wasabi on pizza, Jill? No, I couldn't deal with wasabi. I told you guys I'm the biggest pussy when it comes to spices you've ever seen. No. Jetflyer says, what are your thoughts on Ronald Reagan as a personality and as a president policy-wise? I approved of Reagan's presidency. As a person, he was a little too much of the hometown golly gee shucks boy type for me, but I don't have a problem with him. I never had a problem with Reagan at all, and I like a lot of what he did. Excuse me. That was a good question, Jetflyer. Yeah, I say, and at the time I was a pretty big fan of Reagan's policies. Let's see. Chrome says the good thing about the TMNT game is that it can probably be wrapped up in 2 to 3 streams. It can be beaten like 2 to 3 hours. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Black Mist X says favorite president. And now I don't want to sound like a grouchy old cynic when I say this. I don't think I have a favorite president. They all had their significant faults. And it all depends too, because you got people like here. A good example would be Obama. As far as a person, Obama was one of my favorite presidents. As far as policy, we differ on way more stuff than we agree. So there's never been a really good blend for me. I guess that's why. You know, if you said, hey, who's a president in your lifetime that you want to hang out with, it would be Obama. It's easy. Just seems like the kind of guy that would be fun to have as a friend. But as a politician, no. Brian says my favorite president was Jack Tunney. The good old WWF days. Wick says Reagan's the one with the funny voice, right? Wait, that's all of them. Going Nowhere says Obama seems like a cool dude. Yeah, he did. And to me, anyway, if he fooled me, he fooled me. He didn't seem like that was a persona he was trying to put on. Like you'll see Kamala all the time. The reason I don't like her, she seems to be one of the phoniest people I've ever seen, trying to pretend like she's cool and she's in with the little people and stuff. And where I think Obama really was more of a down-to-earth person than most people in that position. Jack says Obama is fine. I'd love to have him right now, to be honest. Over Biden, me too. Over Biden, absolutely. Yeah, he did seem like a genuine guy, Mortimer. I agree. That's why I say that's why I don't really have a favorite, because it's always a case like that. You know, here's a dude I really like. So yeah, I like this guy, but I don't agree with his politics at all. So, hey, Mister. I missed the super chat. I'm sorry, Gimster. Hold on, let me find it, pal. Cheers, Jet Flyers. Where'd you go, Gimster? Are you sure? There's Jill. Oh, you said it way back up there. I'm sorry. I have a whole list of them. If oh, I'm sorry, pal. Man, did I ever missed that a long time ago. Gimster says pineapple pizza is truth. Pineapple pizza is life. No. Oh, I say just pineapple itself is so gross, and then to put it on a delicious pizza. Jetflyer says, I asked because I have seen people blaming Reagan's trickle-down economics as responsible for leading the mess we have today. No, I don't agree with that at all. Trickle-down economics can work. The problem is with Republicans, the analogy I use involves sweets, which should surprise no one. But I've said it in the past. If you have a nice cinnamon roll, a nice warm cinnamon roll, and you put a nice topping on it, a nice frosting of some sort on it, and that frosting starts to melt into that nice warm cinnamon bun, you got a delicious taste sensation. But if you just keep piling the goddamn frosting on it, all that happens is you get that first run that comes down, and then you got a big glob of crap at the top. And that's why trickle-down economics hasn't worked. Because when they give the top these breaks that are supposed to trickle down to all of us, they go way over the top with how much of a break they give everybody. So you know it's not going to all trickle down. It's going to be, okay, hey, we'll let this trickle down, but oh, here's a nice little glob left for me to put in my pocket. And that's why it doesn't work. And that's typical of politicians. Jill says, Jeffrey Dahmer is coming to Netflix. I like him being partnered with Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy. You know the reference? Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That Satan's birthday party. Remember? Yeah, Jill, I know exactly what you're talking about. Brother E says Al Gore should be president. His policies on man, bear, pig are something we should not be overlooking. He's a super serial candidate. I love the Godfather movies going nowhere. It's probably my second favorite movie series behind Toy Story. Luke says, you should bring back Andrew Jackson. That guy was fucking crazy in the best way. Yeah. Daniel, yeah, you said trickle down. Rex and Weevil Gotos, yeah. Excuse me. Edgar says, I missed it. It got retracted just as I was going to read it. Let's see. Erwin says, now I want a cinnamon roll. A good cinnamon roll. I'm having minor car issues, so I have to walk about 5 miles. Oh, sorry to hear that, Erwin. That sucks. I so wish, one of my biggest goals, I'm perfectly happy with the channel the way it is. What would be cool, though, is if we ever exploded somehow and took off to where we had enough people that I could set up a location to have a meetup. And right now, and that would facilitate for a lot of people who can make it anyway, but right now, there's not enough of us to where if I set one location, not enough people would be able to make it. Obviously, I'd like it to be Disney. That's my vibe. It would be so cool to hang out a day, all of us at one of the Disney parks. Oh my God, it'd be a fucking riot. Ashley says, R. Kelly believed he could fly and touch the sky, but now he's in prison and thinks about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. Let's see. Rick says, yeah, we know you want this FazCon orgy. We've been talking about this for a decade. I know. It'd be so cool, Rick. We'd have so much fun. Just wish there was some way to work out the logistics of it. All right, guys, well, I got to go. Yeah, I'm going to go down and I'm going to catch some of the afternoon games my Cowboys are playing. They suck ass, but they're playing. And now you guys got me. I got a lot of stuff to catch up on. I want to see what happened in those early games you guys were talking about. I want to read more up on the GTA 6 leak. There's a lot to be caught up on. That's the only thing when we've got a lot of G100s this year, so I've been working on them. And then in November, we might be getting a chance to go down to Disney for a couple days. So I've started working on trying to get some extra done there. And then what happens is I miss out on everything going on around me. So I got to go catch up because I want to see this GTA 6 stuff and watch a little football. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me. This is a lot of fun. I'm still planning, and I'll verify it for sure tomorrow. I'm still planning on doing that 4-hour stream on Tuesday. It'd be my time, Eastern U.S., 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So hopefully that'll take place. I think we'll have a lot of fun with that. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I'm going to go watch some football and watch my Cowboys get their ass beat. Yeah, ass beat. Ass poundings. All right, I'm going to watch something else first, then I'm going to go watch my Cowboys. Talk to you guys later.